I used to dream of when I'll grow old and I'll actually get a nose job. So embarrassing even till now in a church service and they say hold your neighbor beside you. What comes to my mind first is God, why? Bro, I used to frown a lot, like what's funny about life? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Blessing Damilola. So in today's video I'm going to be sharing fun facts about me, like just random facts I know that you guys might not know and it makes me unique. Okay, so the number one fact it's so funny is that I used to dream of when I'll grow old and I'll actually get a nose job. Growing up, I discovered that my nose was kind of different from the standard, and with the kind of siblings I have, my siblings can tease the life out of you. So they would tease me a lot, and I did not like my nose at all, right? I just wanted it to change, and then I got to know that there's something called nose job. You can change your nose, you can fix it. I just started thinking, okay, I will save up, I'll fix my nose, and guess who has come to accept our nose the way it is, right? It's just very funny that I used to think of doing that at such a small age. Let's just say when I was a child slash when I was a teenager. So I used to think of getting a nose job, but right now I have embraced my unique nose, my uniqueness. Okay, the second random fun fact about me is that I have sweaty palms. I discovered that when I was in maybe primary school, that while writing my book will get so wet. Sometimes it gets dirty because if your palm is like wet and when you put it on your book it gets really rough, and it was difficult for me to accept. I would have to constantly rub it on my clothes, and it's so embarrassing even till now when maybe I'm in church or in a church service and they say hold your neighbor beside you. What comes to my mind first is God, why? If there's anything I hate in my life, I hate hearing those words because I don't like holding people. I understand I can be uncomfortable for some people, so it makes me feel like, what would this person be thinking? How would this person be feeling? And sometimes I just tell the person, please just hold me by my wrist, right? Now that I've grown, I know how to like handle it a little, like not make it happen like often, but still it happens. And that's why at the point, I think when I was in school, I didn't like shaking people. And people will think, oh, she's proud, she's this, she's that. There was a time, especially adults, like younger people, I can easily tell them, oh, I don't want to shake you. But adult, I have to start looking for excuse. Oh, I can't shake you as an adult. You're older than me. Respect. I have to bow. I have to bend. I have to kneel. All these excuses stemmed from the fact that I have sweaty palms. And then it's annoying when people try to, advise me, oh, you eat salt too much. You eat a lot of salt. I'm like, bro, it's not like when they finish cooking in my house, I would go to carry salt and add to the food. It's the same salt I'm eating that every other member of my family is eating, and they don't have it, right? It's so annoying when people try to give advice. But yeah, that's another random fact about me. The third fun fact about me is that I sing a lot. For someone that doesn't have like that voice, I'm always singing. Like when I'm in the shower, when I'm cooking. See, it took like living with people that actually know how to sing to know that this is not a general thing. I remember then when I was working somewhere and I had to leave on the farm, I was with someone, Miss Eniola, and she sings a lot. She has a very good voice, and I'm like, why is it that people that know how to sing don't sing in the house? You hardly hear them sing around the house. But someone like me, hey, growing up, I used to shout and sing at the top of my voice. I found myself singing, singing solemnly when I'm doing something. I'm just like always singing, and even my husband like is surprised, like you're always singing songs I don't know, songs I've heard in years. The thing will just come. I'm just like at every point in time, a song is playing in my head. Like I'm always singing, and it's actually a good thing because I worship God on the go, like everywhere, as I'm walking, as I'm doing. It's only when I'm sleeping I don't sing, but sometimes I literally wake up with a song. That's how serious it is. Like I sing a lot. This fourth one is actually very funny. So when I was in primary school, I coveted my senior's bow leg. So there was this senior I really liked, Senior Fee. She had a bow leg and I found it cute. Children don't have sense. I found it cute, and I started to stand. I don't know how to explain it, but I started to stand on my leg, like push my leg to the back until my leg was no longer straight and the bow leg was actually becoming a thing. Thank God I caught myself on time, but till now my legs are not straight, and if I stand in some kind of posture, you can see that this girl, she barely escaped having bow leg, or let's just say I had it at some point, but it has been corrected. But my leg would have been straighter, but I coveted somebody's bow leg, and yeah, that's where we are. The fifth one is on YouTube. Is like I can talk a lot. I like to talk. You'd almost mistake me for an outgoing person, and I laugh in surprise. Some people will be surprised when they get to meet me in real life. I'm a very shy person. I avoid stage, like being in the limelight. I shy away from it a lot, like a lot. I remember in school I used to run from responsibilities. When they say, oh Sister Blessing, you're taking prayers, I will look for one excuse. There's just always an excuse not to do it. I remember when our, like, what would I call him, like our coordinator in school told me that I'll be taking a sermon that semester. From the beginning of the semester, he told me, while we're having our workers retreat, our ESCO's retreat, he told me. I said no problem. I started begging him from that beginning of the semester till when he put my date, when it was almost time for me to take it, like the week I was supposed to take it. I got an official text from funny enough, someone I know personally, like Collins. He sent me a text officially that, oh, this is to remind you, you know, we're looking forward to being blessed by you. And I sent an official reply that, I'm sorry, I would have loved to come and bless you. Man, now that I'm thinking back, it was really, really funny. Like, I would have loved to preach, but I'm sorry, I will not be able to. I'm sorry for the short notice, all of that. When I read it, I did not take that teaching. But then thank God for NCCF family. I was like, it was like the breaking point for me. I could not run because there's always a roster for devotion every month. So for the first few months when you're in the family house, they will still be doing welcoming, you know, be treating you like a newcomer. But later on, your name would always be on the roster. So whenever the roster comes out every month, I always go like, God, please, I don't want to teach. And it got to a point where it was like almost a must, because the state executives would go to the orientation camp whenever there's a new batch. So they would go, and it's just like a few of us in the house. Sometimes I'll take more than one serve in a month. But look at where I am now. I still shy away from those things. Like, I don't want it as much as possible, but to an extent, I don't know. My husband is looking at me funny, but I'm growing, right? The next fun fact is that I'm warm-blooded Pro Max. I'm hot-blooded. Not hot-blooded like always getting angry and all of that, but hot-blooded like my body temperature. I don't know why. I've always known that when everybody is feeling cold, the weather is cold, my body is warm. I don't know. And when the weather is warm, my body is hot. Like, I get hot very easily. This minute I'm cold under the duvet and all of that. The next minute, I'm too hot that I have to remove the duvet. I don't understand. It's just my body system. I understand that there are some people like that. I've met one or two persons like that are also warm-blooded Pro Max. But yeah, that's a fun fact about me. The next fun fact about me is that I like to do things myself. I like to DIY, like do it yourself. I like to find an alternative. I don't just believe that, oh, this thing would not work. I'm very creative. I like to create with my hands, and I've done a lot of things in this life. My wedding, fun fact, my wedding box, like gift box, I made it. It was one of the things that made me stressed because I wanted to do it myself. Why? Because it is DIY. DIY just gives me this energy, gives me this joy. Like, I want to do it myself. Anyways, I'm like that, and this passion or this interest has led to me trying out a lot of things. There are things I've learned to. I just want to like try it if it would be like something I would be interested in. I've tried tailoring. I made clothes. Like, I didn't learn anywhere at a point. I just saw this sewing machine on Jumia. I saved and got it. This electric, very mini portable sewing machine. I started making clothes. or not, I started, I made some clothes with it. I just got my mom's material, made a gown, made shorts just by watching YouTube videos. I tried making hair too. I tried making wig. I still try to like do one or two things with my hair, you know, things around the house. I'm like, instead of paying money to do this, why not do it, why not do that? And it's so interesting. Like, for people that are not interested in it, they think it's stressful and it's just easy to pay someone. But because I really enjoy doing it, I don't mind doing a lot of things myself, right? Fun facts. All right, this one is funny, but somehow it's almost like I can read people's minds and I can foretell what will happen in some situations, right? I will not say I can read mind, and I will say I can read mind, but I can discern people. Yeah, I think that's the word. I can tell your mind towards me. Sometimes I can tell what you're thinking. Sometimes I can tell, like, I just know things, right? I remember in school, then I'll tell my friends, this thing is going to happen. I feel this and this and this. And they're like, there's nothing that is looking like, there's nothing to point to that shows that this thing is going to happen. And then it goes, bam. Blessing said it. Blessing said it. Especially when it comes to relationship, that thing is a gift. I can tell when someone is liking someone. I can tell when someone is liking someone even before they both know. Sometimes I can tell there's something here. There's something here. Apart from relationship, there are some other aspects of people that I can, you know, discern and all of that. It's a gift, like I said. Another fun fact about me is that I laugh only if and only if I want to laugh. No matter how funny that thing is. Like, I literally watch comedy with a straight face, like, okay, all right, swipe. All right, swipe. And then sometimes my husband comes to me like, oh my God, this is funny. And then I watch like, oh wow, so funny. And I give it to him. And it's not like I'm doing it intentionally, like, sometimes what people see as funny is not funny to me. So for me to genuinely, because sometimes I do it because this person will feel bad if he or she comes to me, say something that they feel is funny and then they don't find it funny. But then things that I find funny to some people will not actually be funny. But then it's just who I am. Like, things that people find funny, I don't find them funny. Like, okay, I've watched the video. Next. Another fun fact about me is that this is my face. I used to frown a lot growing up. My mom hated that because my face can be scary. You don't want to see my frowning face, like. And the funny thing is, I got that from my dad, right? My dad has this, his face is just angry. Not angry, like his face is just there and very hard. So looking at him, you might feel like, hey, I can't talk to this man. It's so hard. He will be a difficult person, but he's not. That's just who I am. I just have this. But I've grown a lot. Like, I laugh a lot now. I joke a lot. I smile a lot more than I used to. But before, I used to frown a lot. Like, what's funny about life? When I see people laughing, like, what's funny? Life is serious. Why are you laughing? Now that I'm looking back, I'm thinking back about it, man. I was a case. Thank God for my life. I really enjoyed talking about this. I really enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed, you know, watching it too. We have come to the end of this video. If you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and share this video with your friends. Binge watch my old videos. You know, turn on post notifications so you get notified every time I put up a new video. I always do every Sunday, right? And I've been consistent with it. All right. See you in the next video. Bye.